नमो ओं विष्णुपदाय कृष्णप्रस्थाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिति नामिने। नमो ओं विष्णुपदाय कृष्णप्रस्थाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिति नामिने। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवास गौरभक्त वृंद। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवास गौरभक्त वृंद। प्लीज टेल लाउडली हरे कृष्ण महामंत्र। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे. I pay my obeisances unto the lotus feet of Srila Prabhupada. I express all my gratitudes and make many praises to Srila Prabhupada for his wonderful devotional services to Srimati Radharani and Lord Gopinath. All goes to Srila Prabhupada for his wonderful devotional services unto the Srimati Radharani and Lord Gopinath. Doing this Bhagavath Katha 8:30 to 9:30. Already in the first Kanda, we have completed the 2 chapters. We are in the 3rd chapter. In the first chapter, in Naimisharanya, the sages raised 6 main questions to the spiritual master Sudha Maharshi. And in reply to their questions, he has explained in the 2nd chapter of Srimad Bhagavatam. And now in the 3rd chapter, it is about Krishna is the main cause of all his incarnations. See, Krishna, he is the creator. He is the main cause for all the creation. And for not only for cause of all creation, for all incarnation, whatever he has taken, that he is the cause. So, we are in the 10th verse of the 3rd chapter. I shall tell slowly. Please repeat with me 3 times. Thereafter, I will narrate. Please, if you have time, you can sit down. Please repeat shloka 3 times with me. Thereafter I will tell the narration. Panchamaha Kapilo Nama Siddhesha Kala Vipalutam Provacha Surye Sankyam Tattvagrama Niranyam Panchamaha Kapila Dama Siddhesha Kala Viplutam Provacha Surye Sankyam Tattvagrama Viniranyam Panchama Kapila Nama Siddhesha Kala Viplutam Provacha Surye Sankyam Nama Viniranyam Panchama Kapilo Nama Siddhesha Kala Viplutam Pravacha Surye Sankyam Tattva Grama Viniranyam. The word to word meaning of is Panchamaha, the 5th one. God has many incarnations. Generally know only 10 avatars, Dasha avatara, Matsya, Kurma, Varaha, like that. We know only 10 avatars, but it's not that he is having some thousands of incarnations. Right from the creation, of thousands of incarnations. This is about the Panchama Avatara. Panchama Avatara is the Kapila Nama, Kapila Avatara. Kapila Avatara, again there is a different 2 Kapilas are there. This is of the incarnation of the Kapila. His name is Kapilaha, Kapila, Nama, the name. Siddhesha, the foremost among the perfect. He is the foremost among the perfect. Kala, time. Viplutam, lost. The time is lost. As we today, after some time it will be afternoon. Again it will be tomorrow. Like time is past. So much of time is lost. Provacha said, Asurya unto the Brahmana, named Asuri. Sankhya, metaphysics. Tattva, Grama, the sum total of creative elements. Vinirnyam, exposition. The 5th incarnation, named Lord Kapila, is foremost among the perfected beings. he gave an exposition of the creative elements and metaphysics to Asuri Brahmana. For in the course of time, this knowledge had been lost. In Dashavatara, we find that Matsya, Kurma, Varaha, Narsimha and Vamana is the fifth. But it's not like that. Out of his several incarnations, several thousands of incarnations, this Kapila is the fifth incarnation. And is among the foremost of the perfected beings. He gave the exposition of the creative elements and metaphysics of his Asuri Brahmana. For in course of time, this knowledge had been lost because we have forgetfulness. We don't remember anything what has happened even a 1 hour back or even a few minutes back. So like that it is, the creation has taken place millions and millions of years ago. And as the time elapsed, everything is forgotten. The knowledge has been lost. The sum total of the creative elements in 24 in all. The elements are totally there are 24 elements including the jiva, the soul. Like Panchabhuta, 5 sensory organs, ego, intelligence. As we go to the next verses, we'll have many details about it. Each and every one of them is explicitly explained in the system of Sankhya philosophy. Sankhya philosophy is generally called metaphysics by the European scholars. This Sankhya in the Europeans, see this, whether it is Mahabharata, Ramayana, Bhagavatam, they are explained scientifically. Even the scientists, they accept it. The Europeans, they consider this as a metaphysics. Sankhya philosophy is known as metaphysics by the European scholars. The etymological meaning of Sankhya is that which explains very lucidly the analysis of the material elements. We have very detailed analysis, explanations is there for this Sankhya. This was done by for the first time by Lord Kapila during his 5th incarnation. Krishna has so many incarnations, out of which Kapila is the 5th incarnation. When you count Dashavatara, Vamana comes 5th, but that is not correct. Vamana is only recently, it has taken place during this Satyuga. But whereas this Kapila incarnation has taken many millions and millions ago, this was the 5th incarnation of the Lord, Supreme Lord. And during that time itself, he has given the lucid analysis for the first time by Lord Kapila. Now, we'll go into the 11th verse. I shall tell slowly, you please repeat after me. Sastam atre. Tell loudly. Sastam atre aptyavatvam vritaha prapto anusuyaha anvikistam alarkya prahaladibhya uchivan sastam atre apadabdam vritaha prapto anusuyaha aniviksikam alarkaya prahaladi abhyaya uchivan sastam atre apatavyatvam vritaha prapto anusuyaya anvikistam alarkaya prahaladi uchivan sastam atre apatavyatvam vritaha prapto anusuyaya anivikistam alarkaya pradhavya uchivan. Sastam means the 6th one. Here last Kapila incarnation was the 5th. Now in this verse they are telling about the 6th incarnation, of the Purusha. Purusha is the Pradama Purusha, Adi Purusha is the Krishna Avatara. Krishna is the Adi Purusha. The incarnation of the Purusha was the son of sage Athri. There are many sages. So Athri, one of them, who is the greatest sage, he was, this Krishna has incarnated in his 6th incarnation to Athri Maharshi. He was born from the womb of Anasuya. Athri Maharshi's wife's name is Anasuya. He has incarnated in the womb of Anasuya, who prayed for the incarnation. Because this Anasuya, she made penance, just desiring for the Lord's incarnation in her womb. And so he has fulfilled her desire. He spoke on the subject of transcendence to Alarka. In this incarnation, he spoke all his transcendence to the Alarka, Prahalada and others. The Lord incarnated himself as Dattatreya. You know, there is a Dattatreya incarnation. It is the incarnation of Lord Krishna himself, the son of Rishi Athri and Anasuya. Athri and Anasuya, they have a child whose incarnation is known as Dattatreya. The history of birth of Dattatreya as incarnation of Lord is mentioned in Brahmanda Purana. We have, apart from the epics of Mahabharata and Ramayana, we have Bhagavatam and other things. Vyasa Maharshi has also compiled 18 Puranas and 18 Upapuranas. This Brahmanda Purana is one of the Purana compiled by Vyasa Maharshi. It is for the benefit of ourselves, because in the Kali Yuga we don't understand everything in detail. For us to understand it in an easy way, all these have been split into different forms, because in Kali Yuga we don't have much time also. Schools, colleges, or as a professor we have to attend our offices, we have very less time, because the lifetime here is only just 100 years. And again in 100 years, 50 years is gone in the night time during when we sleep. And remaining daytime, we spend 8 hours either in the school or college or in our office and business place. And in remaining 4 hours, it goes in our bathing, eating, have a breakfast, lunch, brunch, snacks, so many things. Like that, since we have very less time, the Puranas have been given us for us to understand it easily in our available time. So this Dattatreya incarnation is mentioned in detail in Brahmana Purana also. Here it comes, but later it comes. Now in every verse about each incarnation is given. In the next chapter again, the next skanda, it will detailed version of incarnation will be mentioned. Many of the verses, or not all the thousands of incarnations. Thousands of incarnations is not possible for us to know in this lifetime. It is said that Anasuya, the wife of Rishi Atri, prayed before the Lord Brahma, Vishnu and Shiva as follows. This Anasuya, she made penance just not for the either of them, either Shiva, Brahma or Vishnu, all the three together. Taking all the three together, their names, she has made the penance. And when, my lords, if you are pleased with me and if you desire me to ask for you some sort of blessing, when I pray that you combine together to become my son. Actually, Brahma and Shiva is nothing different. They are different from Krishna. Krishna was originally the creator. In Goloka Vrindavana, from there, he incarnates into 4 forms. One is himself as Vasudeva in Goloka Vrindavana, and again Aniruddha, Sankarshana and Pradyumna. From Aniruddha Rupa, the incarnation of in all Akhila Kota Brahmanda, there are many Vaikunthas are there. Again in each Brahmanda there is one Brahmaloka and Shiva Kailas also. So from Aniruddha, Mahavishnu will be incarnated in the Vaikuntha, where Shankarsa takes the form of Adishesha, and from the navel of Sri Mahavishnu, a lotus flower will sprout, in which the Chaturmukha Brahma will be created first. From his mind, Shiva is created. So, like that, what is this thing is, Krishna himself is incarnated to Mahavishnu, Brahma and Shiva. So, now this Anasuya, Sati Anusa, she is known as Sati Anusa because she is very auspicious, maintains all austerity as a wife of Atri Maharshi. So, she is known as Sati Anusuya. She merited penance for all the three, thinking that they are different. But when they manifested before her, she says, I want a son with all of you together. For that reason, all of them together, they incarnate as Dattatreya, and they have three heads. Dattatreya has three heads. One head belongs to Rudra, one head belongs to Brahma, frontwards is Mahavishnu. That Dattatreya information takes place. My lords, if you are pleased with me and if you desire me to ask from you sort of blessings, when I pray you combine together to become my son. This was accepted by the Lord, and as Dattatreya, the Lord expounded the philosophy of the spirit soul and especially instructed Alarka, Prahallada, Yadu, Hai, etc. He has incarnated this philosophy of Sankhya to all these people. Now we are going to the 12th verse. Please repeat with me this 12th verse 3 times. Tataha Saptam Akrutyam Rucherya Agno Abhyajayata Sa Yamadhai Suraganai Apatkaya Ambuvantaram Tatah Saptama Akutyam Duche Yagno Abhyajayata Sa Yamadhya Sura Ganai Apat Swayam Bhuvantaram Tatah Saptama Akutyam Duche Yagno Abhyajayata Sa Yamadhyai Suraganai Apat Swayam Bhuvantaram Tata Saptama Akutyam Ruche Yagno Abhyajayata Sa Yamadhyai Surai Ganai Apat Swayam Bhuvantaram. In the 10th verse, I told you about the incarnation of Kapila. He is incarnated to explain the Sankhya philosophy. Sankhya philosophy is nothing but the metaphysics known by the Europeans. So again, the earlier 11th verse, it was told about the Dattatreya incarnation. In this incarnation, the word-to-word meaning of this thing is Tataha, after that. Saptame, the 7th in line. Akutyam, in the womb of Akuti. Ruchehe, by Prajapati Ruchihi. Yagnaha, the Lord's incarnation as Yagna. Jayata, advented. Saha, he. Yama Adhyai, with Yama and others. Suraganai, with demigods. Apat, ruled. Swayambhuva Antaram, the change of period of Swayambhuva Manu. See, in Dashavatara, I told you just now earlier, the Vamana is the 5th, Rama is the 6th, and Krishna is the 7th, like that. But it's not like that. Earlier, of the 5th incarnation was Kapila Avatara, 6th was the Dattatreya Avatara, now the 7th one is, he will incarnate in the womb of Yagna, he will incarnate as Yagna, as son of Prajapati Ruchi and the wife Akuti. The 7th incarnation was Yagna, the son of Prajapati Ruchi and his wife Akuti. He controlled the period during the change of Swayambhu Manu as and was assisted by the demigods such as his son Yama. See, we have totally 14 Manus in one Brahma's day. One Brahma's day, 14 Manus are there. And out of which now this is the 8th Manu is going, 7th Manu is going on. First Manu was Brahma himself, Swayambhuva Manu. Brahma himself was the Swayambhuva Manu. After Swayambhuva Manu, there was the change of the Manu. At that time, this incarnation takes place. One Manu has, totally there are 70 Manus in Brahma's saying. One Manu's life is 43 lakhs 20,000 years into 1,000. 43 lakhs 20,000 means 4 Chaturyugas. 4 Chaturyugas because one this thing. So now present Manu is 7th Manu. 7th Manu, this is 28th Chaturyuga is going on. Totally 70 yugas will go on. Out of 70 yugas, this is the 28th Chaturyuga is going on. Still another 32 Chaturyugas are there. So 42. The administrative posts occupied by the demigods for maintaining the regulations of the material world are offered by the highly elevated, pious living beings. See, like here, our Prime Minister and Chief Minister, they give important portfolios to important ministers, persons who cooperate with them. Similarly here, all the devatas cooperate with the Mahavishnu. It's not that somebody who is having responsibility more, he is senior. It's nothing like that. Everybody are equally good. All are affectionate to the God and they do their regulated services. They have been given administrative positions because in this Akila Kota Brahmanda, in every Brahmanda there is Brahmaloka is there, Kailasa is there, Vishnu Vaikuntha is there, and there are so many other planets, moon planet, sun planet, all of them are there. In all planets, living beings are existing. Only thing is with these eyes we can't see them. And they have those, they are known as devatas. They will be given occupational duties for each of them to function different duties. Like Vayudeva gives us wind, Vayu. Agni Deva gives us fire. Parjanya controls the clouds. Like this, everybody has their own duties. So they have been given regulated to maintain this world, materialistic world. Only among all these Akila Kota, every Brahmanda, the earth, in every planet there is an earth planet also there. This earth planet is a materialistic world where we can have lot of desires will be there, they can be fulfilled, there also will be happiness and suffering. Again, they are all temporary, they are not at all permanent. When there is a scarcity of such pious living beings, the Lord incarnates himself as Brahma, Prajapati, Indra, etc. See, in the first creation, Brahma himself became the Swayambhuva Manu. So when there is during the change, when there is a scarcity of any, either devatas like Prajapati or Indra or Brahma himself, Mahavishnu himself is incarnates as one of them. During the period of Swayambhuva Manu, the present period is Vayvasa Manu. Present Manu is Vayvasa Manu, 7th Manu. There is no suitable living being who could occupy the post of Indra. After the Swayambhuva Manu, there was no Indra. To occupy that one, he has taken as the position of Indra, the king of Indraloka, heaven planet. The Lord himself at that time became Indra, assisted by his own sons like Yama and other demigods. Yama is again the incarnation of Krishna himself. He himself being the son of that Indra. The Lord himself at this time became Indra, assisted by his own sons like Yama and other demigods. Lord Yagna ruled the administration of the universal affairs. See, during Krishna Avatara incarnation, he had a ego that he is the giver of rain, but nothing like that one. When the Yadav, all the people in the with Nanda Maharaja, Vrindana, they wanted to perform the yajna for the purpose of Indra. Krishna stopped them. Krishna, why you are performing yajna for the purpose of Indra? Then they said, when they said he is the rain god, he is the giver of rain. No, he is not the giver of rain, that is wrong. You need not worship him. You need not worship him, he said. Then whom to worship him? They said, see here the Govardhanagiri hill is there. There we are able to produce all the crops, everything. And those crops are required, whatever vegetables, fruits we are getting, they are for our living purpose. So they are the real, this thing, you have to worship them. So yajna was performed for the purpose of Govardhanagiri. When at that time, yajna, out of his ego, he created flood of rains heavily. For 7 to 8 days it was raining. At that time, to protect all the citizens in that Nanda Gokula, this thing, Krishna, he lifted the Govardhanagiri on his left hand little finger, he lifted and kept it for 7 days, day and night, and everybody took shelter under him. Krishna, Indra at that time, he realized, he came down to see Krishna's incarnation. Then he realized that about the supreme quality of the Krishna, he surrendered unto him. And Krishna at that time said, no, Indra, what you have done is good. Because I only made you to do like this, because otherwise people would not know about my Leela, pastimes, whatever I am doing here. So they do not know about my Mahima. They will be knowing only because you have done like this. So like that, you are not, Krishna tells Indra, you are not the control of rain. You are only doing your duty. Like that. So again, whenever whatever offerings were made to the Govardhanagiri, Krishna was accepting. He was all around the Govardhanagiri. He is showing his, in the Krishna's form, whatever they are giving, he is accepting it, offerings. Like that, Krishna is accepting. In the earlier incarnation, he has taken the incarnation of yajna. Here, this is the yajna avatara in this incarnation. Yajna means whatever in homa, sacrifice, you must have, I don't know whether you have seen or not. We, with bricks, we make a square, this thing, and we perform yaga and yajna, so performing homa in that one, creating fire, we offer many things. In that one, we give ahuti. All those things are accepted by devatas. Again, there who is the Yajna Purusha? Yajna Purusha is Krishna Paramatma. That is the incarnation mentioned in this verse. And this Yajna has ruled the administration of the universal affairs during that time. As Indra, the three worlds, he ruled the administration. We are going to the 8th incarnation of many incarnations. I am not telling about the Dasavatara. Dasavatara is Matsya, Kurma, Varaha, Narsimha, Vamana. So, like that, 8th Avatara is Krishna incarnation, what has taken in place in Dwapar Yuga. I am not telling about that one. He has thousands of incarnations. Now, today I told you in the Kapila Avatara, Dattatreya Avatara, and the Yajna. As a Yajna, now the 7 incarnations is over. Before that, I told 4 avatars about Matsya, Kurma, Varaha. All these things in every verse, it is told in a very short form. This will, after telling many of his incarnations, details of the some of the incarnations, not all incarnations, they are given in other chapters as well as other skandhas of Bhagavath. That will be coming in a later stage. Now this is the Ashtama Avatara will be coming in this verse of the several incarnations. I think this incarnation, this verse will take a little time. We can finish up before 9 our time. Please repeat with me this verse 3 times. Ashtame meru devyam tu nabhe jata urukramaha darsayan vartma dhiranam sarvasrama namaskrutam. Ashtame meru devyam tu nabe jata urukramaha darsayan vartma dhiranam sarvasrama namaskrutam. Ashtame meru devyam tu nabe jata urukramaha darsayan vartma dhiranam sarvasrama namaskrutam. Ashtame meru devyam tu nabe jata urukramaha darsayan varatma dhiranam sarvasrama namaskrutam. Ashtami means the 8th of the incarnation. Meru Devyam tu, in the womb of Meru Devi, in the way of Meru Devi, Nabehe. Nabehe is one king. King name is Nabi. Jataha took birth. Urukramaha, the all the powerful Lord, Supreme God Krishna, he is the all the powerful Lord. Darsayan, by showing Patma in the way, Dhirana of the perfect beings, Sarva, all, Ashrama, orders of life, Namaskrutam, honored by. See here, of the perfect beings means when we are doing some professional course, we think we are perfect. No, we are never perfect. I don't think whatever professional studies we have done, we are not even perfect in that own study. Leave alone other subjects. Even the subject what we have studied, we are not perfect. Whereas here, he is the perfect of all beings, all living beings, whether it is animal, tree, human being, demigods. He is the supermost perfect. There is nobody who is beyond him. The 8th incarnation was King Rishabha. His name is Rishabha, son of King Navi. One king, he was there, he was Navi, his wife was Meru Devi. His son was Rishabha. In his incarnation, the Lord showed the path of perfection. Whatever perfection he is possessing, he shows all those perfection, which is followed by those who have fully controlled their senses and who are honored by all orders of life. Have you ever visited the Jain temple? Have you visited? None of you have not visited. In Jain temple, there will be a Vrishabha Deva will be there. They do not know, they themselves don't know that is the incarnation of Vishnu. It is given, later on it is given in detail about this Rishabha incarnation, that Rishabha incarnation whom Jains worship is the same incarnation what we are talking about. So they also follow the same, but they do not know that is the incarnation of Mahavishnu. And he is son of the king Navi and Meru Devi. The society of human beings is naturally divided into 8 by orders of status of life. The 4 divisions by occupation and 4 divisions by cultural advancement. See this Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya and Shudra. These are the 4 incarnations division by the way of occupation. It's not by birth. By birth, okay, I am a Brahmin. I don't say I am not a Brahmin. I am a Brahmin, but later on time I followed something else. I was in business and industrial thing. It was not a profession. And again, now I am following the same, my own profession. So, based on the occupation, these Brahmins, Kshatriyas, the rulers in the present society, this Prime Minister or President, Chief Minister, IAS officer, they are all called Kshatriyas. By birth, they might be belong to some other that is different. But by occupation, they are all Kshatriyas. The business people and agriculture people, they are Vaishyas, whatever caste they belong to. Again, the helpers of all the 3 helpers of the kings, helper of the professor, priests, other people, and helpers of this agriculturists. All are known as Shudras. Like that, occupation-wise, this is done. And again, 4 different cultural development. The intelligent class, the intelligent class is Brahmins. The administrative class is Kshatriyas. The productive class, that is Vaishyas. And class or the Shudras. Like this 4 classes of division is made. And the student life, the householder life, retired life and renounced life. When we are studying in the school or college, we are known as brahmacharis. Earlier was based on the occupation. Varna, that is known as Varna. Now this is ashrama. 4 divisions based on ashrama. So that is brahmachari ashrama. When we are doing our studies up to that level. And when we get married, it becomes grihastha. And after grihastha, again, when one of them becomes a widow or after 60 years, after 60 years, when we take to forest life, that is vanaprastha. And then we take to vanaprastha. And then we take to saffron, this thing, become monks or something like that. It is the renunciation. The sannyasa, that is known as sannyasa. Out of these, the renounced order of life or the order of sannyasa is considered the highest of all, because they have renunciated everything, their own families, this everything, but they have higher responsibility than everyone else. Because for the benefit of this society, for the benefit of this country and for the benefit of this world, they preach what is required to be done by mankind, how to behave with living beings, other living beings, how to take care of the plants, etc. They, for the benefit of each and everybody, without hurting anybody. It's not that renunciation, they will be away from their family, but along with the society and this one, they will be thinking about their own family also. That for that, some arrangements will be made. They will be taken care of. Like that. So they are among that one. And again, we grihasthas, we are all grihasthas. We come under grihasthas, we are also shrestha. But we are shreshthas, brahmachari, students, we are all working or students? Students. So still, actually, in the ancient days, brahmacharis, they used to beg and eat. Not like present beggars, that is different. In a respected beg and eat. They used to stay in the gurukulas, in the hostel. Whatever their spiritual master gives, they used to accept it. So like that one. So this grihasthas, we are shreshthas. Why means we earn, we give in help the brahmacharis. Now your parents are helping you. You are depending upon your parents, all your expenses, everything. Again, this old age parents also, they are depending upon their children who are earning. We also give lot of charity to the temple or society where some good thing has to take place. Like that, we are also known as shrestha. Sannyasis also shrestha because they work for the welfare of all living beings. And grihasthas also shrestha because they help all these other 3 classes. And sannyasi is constantly the spiritual master of all orders and divisions. So this spiritual guru will be coming from the renunciated sannyasa order only, because he is taking care of the welfare of all living beings. These stages are called Kutijaka, Bahudaka, Parivarjaka and Paramahamsa. Again, this sannyasa also is of 4 orders. 4 orders. One is Kutijaka. This is very given in very detail in Mahabharata. I think Anushasana Parva it is given. Here Kutijaka means a monk, sannyasi, renunciated order. He stays in the family only. He will never go out of family. he will stay in the family, he will stay in separate this thing, he will have renunciated saffron dress, he will be having Suddha Sadhika food. He will have Suddha Sadhika food, but he will be taking care of all human beings and in the family as well as outside also. But he will be depending upon begging from his own family. Not outside, from his own family begging, he will be living. That is Kutichaka. And Bahudaka. Bahudaka means he will be renunciating and he will be going out depending upon, for all his living, he will be begging from others. Parivarjakacharya. Parivarjakacharya, again, he is also like Srila Prabhupada. They are all called Parivarjakacharya. And Paramamsa. Parama means they will be having Tridandi. They will be having Tridandi. Chinna Jiya Swami, he comes for that Paramahamsa category. The Paramahamsa stage of the life is the highest stage of perfection. The order of life is respected by all others. All others, even the other three categories of sannyasa, that is Kutichaka, Bahudaka and Parivarjaka Acharya, they also respect the Paramahamsa as well as all the other three ashramas, that is Brahmins, intelligent class, Kshatriyas and Vaishyas. They also respect. The order of life is respect. Maharaja Rishabha, the son of King Nabi, and Meru was an incarnation of Lord. Rishabha is the incarnation as 8th incarnation in the womb of Meru Devi and Nabi. He instructed his sons to follow the path of perfection by tapasya. This Rishabha, though he is incarnated as a prince, he incarnated his sons. Even he was married, he instructed them to perform tapasya, which sanctifies one's existence and helps one to attain the stage of spiritual happiness, which is eternal and ever increasing. See, this tapasya makes a man perfect. But in this Kali Yuga time, we can't do the tapasya what was performed in earlier times. For us in the present Yuga, it is only Sankirtana Yajna, that is Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has given us about 700 years ago. The chanting of that Hare Krishna Mahamantra itself is tapasya in this Kali Yuga, because we don't have time. We don't have much time. So we need to, whatever time is there, we have to utilize in the Sankirtana Yajna. If you have another 10 minutes time, I will let you know about that Sankirtana Yajna also here itself, so that you can continue doing that meditation. Foolish men seek after material sense pleasure as a substitute to real happiness. See, outside here, once we go out of the temple, you will find so many things, all materialistic things. Whether it is a car or airplane or rocket or something else, some good building or some 5-star hotel, everything is materialistic things. You get attracted to those things, you think they enjoy them happily, but they are all temporary. After few minutes or few hours, again sufferings will be there. So they are all tatkali. So we should not hanker about these temporary things. Only foolish men do this. Forget that temporary so-called happiness derived from the sense pleasure is also enjoyed by the dogs and hawks. No animal, bird or beast is bereft of these sense pleasure. In any animal, outside, whether dog or any animal, whatever they need, whatever the quantity of food they need, only they take that food and leave the remaining. They don't, because there is lot of food, they don't eat everything. They take very limited what is required for their body. But we are not, unlike animals, we try to enjoy the sense pleasure in every phase of life, including the human form of life. Such happiness is immensely obtainable. The human form of life, however, is not meant for such cheap happiness, because God has given, after many births, Out of 84 lakhs living, we have taken many lakhs of births in the form of different animals based on our earlier karma, past deeds. So now in this present human form, God, out of His kindness and courtesy, He wanted to try whether our present soul in the form of this human body can reach His abode. And giving this body has also provided with intelligence. Using this intelligence, we are supposed to think about Him, do all services. I am not asking you to stay at home in the temple or at home taking renunciation. You do your duty, you do your studies, you do your professional future, you earn, you do everything, get married, have children. I am not asking you should do all those things. Though while fulfilling those desires, the main goal is to go back to Godhead. We should not continue in this life cycle of birth and death. We should, in this birth and death in between, we have a choice. In that one, we should prefer to remember God. We should have a choice to remember God. At the same time, we can enjoy the materialistic things also, but without any desire. When you are doing chanting of remembering Krishna, He knows what to provide when. He will provide you. You enjoy them. Whatever is giving, you enjoy. Enjoy, also take His name, so that at the end we remember His name and we go back to our Godhead. The human form of life, however, is not meant for such cheap happiness. The human life is meant for attaining eternal and unlimited happiness by spiritual realization. We have forgotten the God He has given in this nature while giving birth in the human form with intelligence. He has given so many facilities. We have fresh breathing, oxygen is there. He has given us Agni is there. Whatever we eat, we consume. It is digested by the fire only. It is digested in stomach, but there the fire is there, existing. They only digest our whatever food you take. And we are drinking water, pranadaya. Without water we can't survive even for 1 hour. If you feel that you know it is summer, in this hot summer without water you cannot stay even for a few minutes also. So that is all provided by God, free of cost. Government is charging, God is not charging. We should have some gratitude to Him. We should have some gratitude to Him. This spiritual realization is attained by tapasya or undergoing the path of abstinence from materialistic pleasure. Here abstinence means it is not complete abstinence. While doing your work, when you get something you enjoy. But it's not that if you don't get that one, you should not weep for that. If you get it, you enjoy it by sharing with others. Again, if you sit alone and eat it, or if you buy some jewelry, only you use it, or clothes only for you, that is all selfish this thing. No, you use it, let the other people in the family also use it. You also give some food for others. You make a habit to leave some food on the rooftop so that some birds, insects, they come and eat. And also leave a little of a small cup or a pot of water for them to eat this one. So, place some food all around. If some beggar comes, give him food. Don't give him money. Giving money is wrong. Giving food is okay. Or give him some clothes for his protection of his body. Like that you help others. Share it with them. Share it with anybody, whether it is old or new. Whoever is qualified, give them new. Whoever is not qualified, you give old clothes only. If you give new clothes to beggar, what will you do? You will go to some shop fellow, will sell it and make money and spend for that gambling or drinking or something else. So outside, whoever they are not real beggars. They have a team leader. That team leader will be controlling them. Every day he will evening or morning he will come. He will give some food packet to them. You think that he is doing some charity, nothing like that. He is taking care of them, giving food, and whatever money they have collected, that fellow will take away. He will use it in gambling, drinking, prostitution, all those things. And whatever sin he is committing, we are sharing it. We will share it. It comes to us. It comes to us. I'll tell you, I already told you earlier, I'll tell you one story, which is, you will know. See, one Rishi, he was, I forgot, I don't remember his name, he was doing a lot of meditation, he's a Krishna devotee, he was doing his meditation. In his the ashrama where the kingdom was there, in that king's palace, this dacoits, they steal his Rajamukuta. Rajamukuta will be there, that should be there, otherwise king cannot be a king. Rajamukuta will be there, that will steal, they will run away. They will be chased by the king's army. That army, what happens? When they are chasing, they have to escape from them, the dacoits, they enter into this ashrama, Muni's ashrama, they place that Mukut over there, Rajamukut over there, they run away from there, they escape. Those army people, they saw that the dacoits entering the ashrama. When they came, they saw nobody is there, only that Rishi is sitting and doing chanting. He thought, oh, this he should be, he's pretending like this, he's doing tapasya, but he is the, because they could find the Rajamukra over there. It was very shining, it is fallen on the ground. They saw, they took him away, took him to the king. King punished him. What punishment? To death of life by piercing the spade through from the bottom to head, by spade. So at that time, what happens? That Muni with this spade inside his body lived for many years, and with that same thing he went to Yamadharmaraj, Yamaloka, and there he inquired from Yama, what is the great sin I have done? What is the great sin I have done? Why you have given me this punishment? Dacoits he has supported indirectly dacoits. Like that, he was punished. And other one is, Yama tells, you have during your childhood, you have pierced small butter like this lava with a flower stem or something, you pierce through the back to this thing. So at that time, what was my age? He says 5 years old. 5 years old, I don't have any knowledge of anything. Up to 10 years old, the kid is kid. That is the reason we kill up to 10 years kid. Beyond 10 years, they do anything, it will be a sin for them. So below 10 years, if they do anything wrong, it's not a... So he says that, Muni says, Yama, you are a Dharma Raja, you should know Dharma. At that time, I was a 5 years old kid. How can you give such a big punishment for this small offense? Like that Muni will give punishment to Yamadharmaraja. Though you know Dharma, you do not know how to implement that Dharma. So you take a birth in human form, in two forms. One is Vidura, in the womb of a Dasi, servant, and as a Yudhishthira, Dharmaraja, in Pandu's, Kunti's womb. Like that, he will be in Mahabharata, Dharmaraja and Vidura are nothing but Yamadharmaraja, and that Muni, he will say, by taking those incarnations, you will suffer. You will be telling all the Dharma, but nobody will understand your Dharma. That is Vidura. Vidura, though he will be in the Kaurava side, he will be telling all the Dharma to them, but they will never understand. And here Dharmaraja, he will try to implement the Dharma, but he suffers. He suffers. So like that, because that Muni was indirectly supported those dacoits unknowingly, and also he has made that piercing soft flower stem through the body of the butterfly's kid. This punishment is given. So if we support anyone directly or indirectly, that sin will be sharing. For that reason, to the beggars, we should never give them money at all. You help them by giving some food or by clothes for them to wear or some shelter, you arrange some shelter, that is different. But we should never give them directly the money. They misuse it. They misuse, or their team leader will misuse it, for which we will share the sin. So those who have been trained and for the absence of material pleasure are called dhira. Once we control, we abstain from this materialistic desire, we are known as dhira. or men undisturbed by these senses. Only these dhiras can accept the orders of sannyasa. When our spiritual master, before he initiates us, he has to see whether we have these qualities mentioned. If we have these qualities only, they have to initiate. Otherwise, they should not initiate, because we will not be able to control our senses, because of which we will be committing some sins, which they will be sharing. That is the reason they should never initiate. But nowadays in this Kali Yuga it's happening. They are initiating whoever coming to them. And they can gradually raise to the status of Paramahamsa, which is adored by all members of society. King Rishabha propagated this mission. Because he has propagated this mission, the sect of people, I told you earlier, Jains, they worship Rishabha. They do not know that Rishabha is Mahavishnu. When if you are any one of you have visited Jain temples, you can see Rishabhadeva over there. They worship Rishabhadeva. They themselves do not know that he is the incarnation of Vishnu. So they say it is the same Rishabha who is that whom they are worshipping. He became completely aloof from the material bodily needs, which are rare stage, not to be attained by foolish men, but to be worshipped by all. This though he is born as a prince in the womb of King Nabha and Meru Devi, he never stayed in the kingdom for ruling the kingdom. He never became the king. Only for some time he was there. Thereafter he will go back to, while king also he was preaching only about all these things. Afterwards he will renunciate, he will go away to the forest and he will perform penance. Like that he becomes a rishi. Today we have completed this verse also. For some time we will chant 10 times, we will chant Hare Mahamantra and disperse for today. Jaya Sri Krishna, please repeat with me loudly. Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Siva Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna Hare Krishna. Please tell loudly. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Tell loudly. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare. See, this is the Hare Krishna Mahamantra given by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu about 600 to 700 years ago. See, in this Kali Yuga, we have very less time. Many people, they come, have darshan, stay for 1 or 2 minutes and go, because I am not blaming them. Because the time is like that one. We need to go to our schools or colleges or to the offices or business place on time. Unless until we work hard, we can't earn for our living purpose. And that too, earlier days, there were only men were working and women were taking care of the household. But now it is not possible. Both the persons, not both the persons, if children are grown, even they have to work. Or that is not sufficient, we take borrowings from banks. So, because the cost of living is like that. So, for that reason, we have very less time. In earlier days, they used to do tapasya. That is what in the earlier verse I told you. King himself made everybody to do tapasya. Because it was during the Satya Yuga of many Chaturyugas before. So, in this present time, since we don't have time, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was very kind-hearted, because he himself is the incarnation of Krishna as a devotee. He gave us this Mahamantra and asked us to chant this Mahamantra, meditate. 64 rounds on the chanting bead, what he is holding like. In that bead, it will be 108 beads will be there. One round is 108 times. Into 64 times, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, what he has told, that was again 700 years back. Now, because the time has elapsing, even that much time we don't have. At least try to do one round. By doing one round, hardly it takes, during the first 7 days, it will take 15 minutes for you to chant 108 times. Later onwards, it becomes a practice, it will hardly take 8 to 10 minutes. That much time we should devote in remembering God. And apart from that, when you are cooking or while having food, while bathing, while driving the scooter or traveling the bus or car, you can chant without beats. Like that one, if you remember Hare Krishna Mahamantra many times, it will be more than what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told. Because we have total 8 hours working hours is there, and 4 hours or bathing, eating, all those 4 hours, 12 hours, total 12 hours. If you chant this name even without beats, it will be more than 64 rounds. At least try to do one round. That I suggest. The remaining time you do like that one, so that in the end of our life, we need to remember Krishna. Otherwise, what happens is, there are 84 lakhs different living beings are there in the total creation, whether it is ant or Chaturmukha Brahma. Based on our karma, we will be taking that other births. And we do not know we'll get human form again or not. Devatas cannot perform any punya or papa. And other living beings also cannot perform any punya or papa. Only we human beings can understand those things, and whether we perform, whether you try to perform or not, we are performing good and bad. In that one, we should perform Shuddha Satvika, thinking of God, and do all your duties perfectly without any this thing. Like that we have to follow. So, in the Antakala, if we remember Krishna, we will get out of this life cycle. That we try to do. That is, getting out of this life cycle is called liberation, moksha. So for that should be our main aim. So today we shall stop here, again continue tomorrow. Swasti pravyam pariparantyam nyayena margena mahimeshaha gobha shubhastu nityam samasta loka sugno bhavantu kayena vacha manasindrivya buddhyatpate swabhava karomi yatyat parasmai नारायणति सर्पयामि श्रीमन्नारायण सर्पं सर्वं श्रीकृष्णार्पणमस्तु मंगलम 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 नित्य मंगलम जय श्री राधा गोपीनाथ की जय श्री जगन्नाथ बल्लभ सुनाई की जय श्री नरसिंह भगवान की जय श्री प्रहलाद महाराज की जय श्री चैतन्य महाप्रभु की जय श्री पंचतत्व की जय श्री मध्वागम ग्रंथ की जय श्री हरे कृष्ण महामंत्र की जय श्री भगवान की हरे कृष्ण।